You're listening to the Barroom Network. The following program is intended for all audiences. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Goon Podcast with your hosts, Joe Mandel, the Goon, John Santucci, the Tooch, and the man with the plan, Adam Schaum. We're bringing you the fantasy football knowledge that you need every single week.
Derrick Henry still going. He might go. 99 yards for the touchdown. Unbelievable.
Flushed out again all the way back. Turning the corner. Fires downfield. Caught. Touchdown. Only Mahomes turns what might have been a 15-yard sack into a 27-yard touchdown.
Saquon Barkley across midfield, down the sideline, staying in bounds, and Barkley takes it all the way. 68 yards for his first NFL touchdown. McCaffrey right up the middle, and he is gone for the touchdown. 58 yards. Pass is to Thomas. He's gone. Touchdown Saints.
Okay, it's time for the easiest part of any coach's job, the cut. Now, while I wasn't able to cut everyone I wanted to, I have cut a lot of you. Steven, I like your hustle. That's why it was so hard to cut you. Congratulations, the rest of you made the team. Except you and you.
God bless fantasy football. There are many things a man can do with his time. And this, better than those things.
All right, Fantasy Football Goon Show. I'm still in the Bears man cave. Let's I forgot to head over to Circus Sports. Hold on, Adam. That's right. All right,
teleport locations real quick.
Shattered. Yeah, teleported immediately to Circus Sports. How you doing, bud? You're in a championship?
Just won this year, that Dynasty League. Yeah,
Okay.
made it to that one. I
You
lost
inherited,
a couple of
a crap team, right? And
oh man, like the worst team ever, and somehow I made it to the finals against the team that's like completely stacked. Like this team, something was crazy going on in this league, and
yeah.
this one team has literally all the best players, plus they have all the draft picks moving forward for like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
and it makes no sense.
That takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, it's like they score over 200 points every week, where everyone else struggles to get to 100. And but somehow, like I've got a 12% chance to win. It's
All right.
he's only projected for 162 this week right now, and I'm 105. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, I'm in the Guillotine League Championship, like I said, and I was like low scorer all the time, but somehow I managed to scrape by, spend all my money. And when you get down to the championship, man, there's a lot of good players on waiver wire, including Derrick Henry, who I did not pick up before the Packers game,
man.
even though I kind of knew you run all over the Packers. You know,
yeah, I knew he would have a good game. I didn't know it was going to be a career game, but
yeah, four touchdowns and well over 100 yards rushing.
tied is over 200.
200 yards rushing? Holy crap.
216 yards. NFL record holder for 7th 200-yard game.
Holy shit.
Tied his career high in carries with 36 carries. Tied the career high 4 touchdowns.
He's still running, Packers fans.
Yeah, it was a nice one.
It was like the juggernaut running through walls and stuff. But yeah, I don't know how many fantasy points he scored last night, but I sure wish I had picked him up in Guillotine.
Well, in the Barroom League, he went for 50 on Gaines's team, I think, for the last place game. He went for 50 points, yeah.
I gotta see. What was it in Guillotine? How many? 45.6 points in Guillotine, yeah. 216 yards, 4 touchdowns. So, yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Over 200 yards rushing.
He was just going up the middle for like 8 or 9 every carry, it seemed like.
Yeah. Got a question to start off the bat here. 60% win full PPR playing against Puka and Pitts on Monday, but he does have Stafford, which is great strategy. So in Guillotine, I picked up Joe Burrow. I had planned on starting Drake May because he has a really good matchup against the Jets. But, at a 13.5-point favorite, it kind of projects to be a run-heavy script for the Patriots.
Yeah.
My
On
opponent
Guillotine, I would be playing Joe Burrow for sure today, I
I
think.
picked him up this morning, and he already played Dak, which got him about 24, 25 points.
That Joe Burrow Arizona game could be a little back and forth score fest there, maybe. I mean, two bad defenses. Brissett keeps games very competitive.
He's got Jamar Chase.
Yeah, exactly. You counteract those points like
You
our
gotta counteract
question
the points.
here is you got to that
Right.
Puka can kill you. So if you have Stafford, it's going to help keep you alive there.
Help offset the kill there.
Yeah.
Pitts on Monday night, which I like. He's got an hamstring, or so he's got some minor knee injury for Pitts. I also had Pitts, but I'm starting Harold Fannin just because it's a matchup against the Steelers. I know they're not projected for a lot of points. I also have Bijan.
Fannon's been dominant, man. I mean, with Sanders taking over, Fannon's been just their number one receiver and another good matchup.
I like the floor with Fannin. The Steelers are terrible against the tight end, and the Rams pretty good against the tight end. But, the Rams defense has taken some damage the past few weeks. They're not as dominant as they were before. Not sure why. Maybe offenses have figured out how to scheme against that Rams pass rush. Playing against Puka and Pitts on Monday, he does have Stafford, which is great. Needs a tight end, Warren, Strange, Waller, or Tongas. It's not for certain that George Kittle is not playing, so I'm kind of I would hate to wait. I guess you could and then play Tongas. I just
probably sticking with Tyler Warren on this one.
For me, it's either Warren or Strange.
Yeah, me too. I'd probably stick with Tyler Warren.
Opponent has Trevor Lawrence, so maybe you do go with Strange.
I kind of figure I assume Rivers is playing again, but this is probably going to be the last game. I doubt they're going to keep playing him in the last week of the season. So
right.
But Rivers kind of seemed to develop something with Warren last week. It looked like so.
Yeah.
I think they might. I would play Warren.
All right. For me, it's either Warren or Strange, and Warren to me is the better weapon. I like Strange and stuff, but you're also competing against Jacoby Myers and Brian Thomas Jr. and what's that other guy they have? Is it Parker Washington?
Yeah.
So,
he's been pretty good this year.
And then ETN's been getting a lot of catches out of the backfield. I go with Tyler Warren. Yeah, you've got ETN and Jonathan Taylor, though. I don't like Taylor's matchup today. I don't. That Jaguars run
Taylor's second half of the year has not been what the first half was, and it's been tough matchups, and without the threat of the quarterback at play right now, it's been really rough.
The Jaguars run defense might be the best of the NFL. You could say the Patriots have a really good run defense as well, but Jaguars run defense is elite. All right, let's get into some start sits, favorites, whatever. Adams quarterback starts.
I mentioned Joe Burrow versus Arizona. I love that game today. I'm not sure what the number is on that, but I would expect it to be pretty high. Like I said, two quarterbacks that can really go back and forth. I don't mind throwing it as many times as you'll let them. And then I love Josh Allen's had a few bad games lately. Last week was killer. Probably got a lot of people eliminated from the playoffs, really. Didn't even have any touchdowns of any kind. But I think this is going to be an awesome game with Philadelphia today. Again, I think it's one of those games where Josh Allen could get you 25 fantasy points in the second half alone, either playing from behind or just in a super competitive game going back and forth. We know Buffalo's defense isn't that great. I think Philadelphia, Saquon Barkley, I think is going to have a monster game there.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then I'll take Brock Purdy versus our Bears today. He's looked awesome the last couple of weeks. Yeah, he's
5
red
touchdowns
hot
last week.
Yeah, exactly. We know how the Bears just give up points to quarterbacks like that and make it look so easy sometimes. I'm pretty worried about that. So I would be very comfortable playing Brock Purdy tonight.
Yeah, I also have Brock Purdy as well. So Joe Burrow or Drake May?
Joe Burrow for me.
All right. Well,
I know Drake May has a great matchup, but like you said, they might get way ahead in that. I kind of think the Patriots defense might be the number one defense in fantasy this week. They might score points out of the gate on there too, and again slow down that offense, the Patriots offense.
Yeah, no need for Drake May. He could just be handing off to Stevenson and Henderson all game.
Right.
All right. I also have Joe Burrow.
Then again, he might throw 3 touchdowns in the first half, and But I think Joe Burrow can match that either way. I think so.
Yep. I got Joe Burrow versus the Cardinals. I mean, look, neither of these teams have anything to play for, but Joe Burrow is the kind of player that he's not going to, throw a game or take a game off. It just makes sense to put him in there. Brock Purdy versus Chicago. I also have him in there, man. Look, Purdy's red hot, and look, neither the Bears nor the 49ers get a lot of pass rush pressure. So I think Caleb and Brock will have plenty of time to throw back. I also like Caleb Williams today, but Trevor Lawrence is red hot. He's running, scoring touchdowns, rushing touchdowns. Against the Colts last week, 49ers hung 5 passing touchdowns on the Colts. So, I mean, I don't see how you could sit Trevor Lawrence today.
Yeah, he's been the hottest quarterback.
Yeah, it's another one, though, where they could be up, 28-3 in the first half. And, Lawrence just takes it easy the second half and hands off the ball.
And the Colts were eliminated yesterday, so they don't have anything to play for either.
Got nothing to play for.
I think with Joe Burrow, I think Jamar Chase is a sure thing for a touchdown today.
Joe Burrow anytime touchdown today, huh? Okay, I like
Jamar Chase anytime touchdown.
Chase,
yeah.
Anytime.
Like he hasn't had a touchdown since week 7, and they brought it up last week, and Jamar Chase was even talking about it like it's bothering him bad. I guarantee you they try to get one to him today.
Well, last week I gave you Juwan Jennings anytime touchdown. That mother effer has scored like 6 of the last 7 games.
Yeah, I was going to say he's seen like 4 or 5, I think, at least.
He scores every week. I have a dilemma.
Brock Purdy at quarterback. That's what I mean. Brock Purdy looks for his way in the red zone every time.
I have a tough decision with this one. I have Juwan Jennings on my bench right now because Olave.
Olave is red hot too.
He's red hot too. And then I have a bunch of running backs. Starting. Etienne, it could be a game script for him. Where he's running the ball, catching the ball, and getting some touchdowns. I have Devon Achane. You can't sit him.
Oh no, you gotta play Achane.
And then I've got Bijan and who's my other start there? Chase Brown. I mean, like, how can you sit Chase Brown?
Yeah.
He gets every touch. Etienne gets every touch. Mine is either Olave, Achane, or Juwan Jennings. And which 2 of those 3 do I start? Or do you sit Etienne? I mean, the Colts
that's who.
Colts can't stop the run.
Wait, you're saying it's between Etienne and Jennings? Is that what you're saying?
Unfortunately, I played George Pickens in a great matchup against the Commanders, and he got 11.8 points. So right now, I wish I was going with Jennings and Olave in my wide receiver spots, and I sat Pickens. I mean, George Pickens is so hard to sit. I mean, look at it. I mean, he's been up and down the last few weeks, but I mean, he's been a beast in that game against the Commanders with their secondary. So I took a chance and rolled with Pickens, but man, I really want to get Juwan Jennings into here somehow. But
I mean, if you do, I think it would be for Etienne.
Yeah, over against the, and then I'm like, Jennings against my favorite team. It's like I got a root for him to score against my Bears.
Yeah, no, I hate that.
So we'll think about it, and we'll.
And it'll be right at pretty much the end of the week, and it'll be like the last thing you got to do. That won't be fun.
Yeah, I mean, Achane versus Tampa Bay has a pretty good run defense. But
but they're really strong up the middle, and they get Achan outside a lot. So and Achan's been able to he's got it done against everybody.
everybody, you look
Yeah,
at his weekly thing. He's like minimum 18 points every week.
yeah, like his worst game I think is like 11 or 12 points on the whole year, and he's little. He gets the outside, he finds little holes, and he gets his yards no matter what. So Vita Vea is the strength of that in the middle. So I think they can avoid that somewhat.
The screen game is excellent for Achan. So it's PPR. He's catching passes. He's running. He gets touchdowns.
Man, how about Marion Hampton? 8 catches yesterday. That was awesome.
I had
that's what should have been happening all along.
I played 4 catches yesterday for Hampton.
Yeah.
And you and I talked offline about how I thought Justin Herbert's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. He had a tough assignment yesterday against the Texans and that pass rush. Pass rush is probably the best in the NFL on the Texans. I talked about the plus 550 for the Texans to win the AFC. I thought that was a pretty good bet if you're putting, 10, 50, 100 on it, a hedge against that. Maybe the Texans get to the AFC Championship somehow with their defense.
I think that's a pretty good chance of that. Yeah,
you can play the other side and hedge. At least say you bet $100, you got $550 on the line. You can hedge and play the other side and at least win $275. So either way, you're coming out, ahead. You just bet. You put $275 down on the other team. Say it's the Jaguars. I put $275 on the Jaguars. Either way, you're winning $275. You're winning either $550 or $275. So that's why I said it was a good bet last week. And then I texted you offline. I could not believe the props for Huntley and Willis rushing yards.
I know.
Huntley was like 21.5 or 24.5.
Yeah, they were in the low 20s.
Willis was 29.5. I played both of those. Then I laddered it, up 25, 30, 40. Mm-hmm. I should have gone to 50 because both guys went over 50. So
yeah, I know Willis got 60 yards, I think.
So I cleaned up last night on that prop. It was a huge night for me. They had Marion Hampton 4 catches. I had the under in the college football Virginia and Missouri game. I think it was 20 points scored in that game. And then had let's see, what was my other game? Henry over rushing yards. Derrick Henry over 83 and a half rushing yards.
Yeah, that one was easy. He had that in the first quarter.
All right, let's get to some running backs. I got Chase Brown versus the Cardinals are terrible against the run. I don't see how you can keep him out of the lineup. He does everything for the Bengals. Catches the ball, runs the ball. What's the other guys?
When they get into shootout mode, Burrow dumps the team a lot. Pirine was seeing a lot of touches, but the last couple of weeks it shifted back to Brown.
So that's the concern is Pirine. I got Ashton Genty versus the Giants. He exploded last week for 188 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's got a great matchup against the Giants today. They're terrible against the run, which is weird because they have a really great defensive line. And then Saquon Barkley against the Bills. Love that matchup for him. The Bills are the worst team in the NFL against the run. You and I got the same 2 at the lead. You got a different guy.
Yeah, 2 of the same guys. And then I like Kenneth Gainwell. He's been on fire too, but I really like today versus that Cleveland pass rush. I think they'll be coming at Rodgers, and he'll quickly dump it off probably to Gainwell. I think he's probably going to get quite a few catches and receiving yards possibly in that game.
Yep.
Hopefully Myles Garrett can break the record on Aaron Rodgers today as well. I'm rooting for that. But yeah, Ashton Genty, man. He's had a great game last week versus Houston, and
that's a pretty good run D too.
Yeah, they're one of the best. And I just think versus the Giants, they're going to give the ball to Genty a lot. The quarterback play's been so awful there for the Raiders, so they're basically. I think they have the number 1 pick right now, don't they?
Yeah, they're playing for the number 1 pick in this game against. Is it the Raiders? Are the Raiders and the Giants playing for the number 1 pick? I think they might be.
in the same game here versus each other. I
Yeah.
know the Raiders currently have it. I think the Raiders are 2-13, aren't they?
Yeah, they're playing. These two teams are playing for the number 1 overall draft pick, I believe.
That ought to be fun to watch. In other words, don't play anybody else except Ashton Genty in that game, probably.
Yeah. Half point PPR, Blake Corum or Taysom Hill? I know you like Taysom Hill today.
Yeah. Man, I mean, he got the most carries out of the backfield last week. He threw a touchdown. He caught a couple balls, I think. I mean, he did everything last week like he's been known to do. He's like a cheat code when he does all that, and you can put him at tight end. But I also like Corum. I think that's versus Atlanta, isn't it?
It's the Raiders, Giants, and Titans leading the tank for worst record. So, I mean, which team do you think?
Yeah.
Do they have incentive to get that number 1 pick, or are they going to play? Thing. So, we both like Taysom Hill, right?
Yeah, I like Hill, but that's what I was looking. The Rams play the Falcons. I think the Rams going to kick the Falcons' ass, and you might get a lot of Blake Corum because I know they're trying to keep Kyron healthy for the playoffs, and Corum's been getting pretty much equal carries almost lately as Kyron.
Beast. Yep.
Yeah, and he's done awesome with it, and he's scored a lot lately.
Yep.
That's a tough call there, but
I don't think you can go wrong with either one, though.
Yeah, I think either one of them is going to have a good chance of scoring a touchdown, I think.
Yeah. Carter, Pollard, Waddle, or Burden? Start 2. So I assume Michael Carter.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard. I hate Jalen Waddle's matchup today against the Bucs.
Me too. Yeah.
Quinn Ewers at quarterback. So I say Carter and Pollard.
Yeah, probably so. Carter and Pollard. Yeah.
And these quarterback questions, Stafford or Purdy. Yeah, that's tough.
I think I probably would play Purdy. I think it's probably, hopefully, a more competitive game, and
he's at home.
Yeah, I just worry the Rams might get way out front, and Stafford may not need to do a whole lot.
Yeah, and the Falcons have been feisty with Kirk Cousins, though. I mean, I expect that to be a high-scoring game as well. I know that where is it? The Bears 49ers game is projected for 52.5 points. Let me just see what the Rams and that's Monday night too.
Yeah.
Monday night game is projected for 49.5. So actually Bears is back down to 51.5. This morning it was at 52.5. So some money has come back down on the under for the Bears and Niners. Rams are a 7.5 point favorite. So maybe they take it easy and Stafford doesn't throw as much. And Purdy's been red hot. He gets you some rushing yardage as well. Bears have had trouble with running quarterbacks, so maybe I'm going to go with Purdy.
Yeah, I'm going to go Purdy.
Drake London thoughts that he might not play.
Yeah, Drake London's a risky play this week.
Let me look at some NFL injury report for that game. So, Drake,
if I had a better option, I would probably play him before and not wait that out on Monday night with Drake London.
Yeah, it would suck to wait Monday night, you know. And that Rams defense is no joke. I would play someone else just if it's a championship, you know, you gotta take the safe thing in this. You can't risk it.
Yeah, play someone that's definitely healthy. And
it would be Waddle or Burden instead of waiting for London. So,
ooh, man,
that's tough, man.
I do like Burden's chances today, but, man, I don't know if I'd play him over Drake London.
Burden's coming back from injury, too.
Yeah.
I mean, London played last week. He only got like 5 points, but I guess maybe you go with London. It is a passing script for both teams, the Niners and the Falcons. The Falcons could be playing from behind, and Kirk Cousins could throw it 40 times, 50 times, you know? He had one game 2 weeks ago. He almost threw for 400 yards. So yeah, I guess in this case you go with London with just the way his roster is constructed.
Yeah, over those other guys, I would.
Yep,
I don't think you have a better option.
You got to risk it now. All right, let's.
You might if you got somebody on your bench you can cut though. I would cut them and pick up Darnell Mooney or somebody if they're available. Another player in that game,
Yeah,
just in case you need to have someone else in case London were to be game time. No
yeah,
go.
cut somebody and pick up Mooney.
Yeah,
or what's the other guy?
Somebody playing a Ram or Falcon receiver.
Yeah, David Sills. Is a what's his name?
Just got somebody you're not going to play this week because you don't need them anymore anyway. So,
yeah. Cut. You could pick up a Rams receiver, I guess. Would be like what's that guy's name on the Rams? Not Tutu Atwell, but there's another guy that's been getting some play.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Is that the team with the Mumpman guy or something?
Mumphrey.
Or something, or I don't remember. I know who you're talking about. Mumpfield or something.
Mumpfield. Yeah, I think something like that. But let me see. I'll get it for you here in a second. Yeah, Kanata Mumpfield. He's the third wide receiver. Yeah, I do that. I go with London and then pick up Mumpfield or Atwell. I go Mumpfield. Mumpfield's been getting the most route. He's listed as the third receiver, too. Kanata Mumpfield. Cut somebody, pick him up, and go with London. If London doesn't play, you insert Mumpfield. All right. Let's go here. We got trade 1096. Hopped on the ship last week. All right. Let's go with Kittle out, Tongas, or Strange. Is Kittle out, though? He's questionable.
Says he's highly unlikely to play, Schefter said this morning, so I can't imagine they're going to risk him with the playoffs locked up. With their...
Good grief, man. Now I really have a decision with Jawan Jennings, Yeah.
Who is this asking about, Tongas or who?
With Kittle out, Tongas or Strange?
Oh. I'd probably play Strange. I like Tongas as a sleeper, but Strange has been more consistent, and that offense has just been getting better and better. So
yeah, let's check out the matchup versus the tight end. The Colts are terrible against the tight end, bro. So I'm going with Strange. They're fifth worst against the tight end, allowing 15.85 fantasy points to the tight end. So it'd be Strange for me. May or Trevor Lawrence? I'm going to take Lawrence. You saw what Brock Purdy did to the Colts defense. Trevor Lawrence is on fire right now.
Yeah, that's a tough call. I'd probably take Trevor Lawrence too. He's been on fire for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And
the Patriots are 13.5-point favorites over the Jets. How much is May going to play or throw the ball? Why restrict May's health? I love the matchup. The Jets' defense is terrible. But
I think the Jags are looking to keep. I think the Jags are looking to keep it going too, to keep building on this offense, and I don't think they mind putting up 40 points again.
Exactly.
If they can.
Don't forget the Texans won. Yesterday, right? Was it yesterday?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, the Texans won yesterday, so they're right on the Jaguars' ass.
Yeah. Well, the Texans won the division, didn't they, yesterday?
They clinched a playoff spot.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought they won the South. Yeah.
What did I say about the plus 550 Texans to win the AFC? I don't think it's that anymore. You can't get 550.
Oh, yeah.
I said this like 2 weeks ago. Texans to win the AFC. Plus 5. If they make it to the NFC Championship against whoever, you're making money.
Right. I think there's a good chance of that with their defense.
Yeah, I would love to see what it is. I have to look. I don't know what it is, but just out of curiosity, let's see what the odds are now. But I gave it out at plus 550. It's a perfect hedge opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
DraftKings is asking me to verify. What the hell, dude? I won so big last my DraftKings bank is nice and fat right today. So let's go NFL futures. You got DraftKings in Oklahoma?
I can't do like betting on the games. We can just do like the prop stuff, the over-unders on the yards and stuff like that, you know.
The Texans are still plus 550, folks. I may have to lay a hundo on it.
Yeah, if they're still at that, I would.
I got to check. You know, I definitely will be thinking about this. I got to talk to some of my, at least talk to Sean and Anthony, my partners on. So, yeah, we gave him out Strange and T-Law. You got the stack right there, Trace. All right, Jeremy. Kittle, Goddard, or Loveland? Oof, man. I hate Goddard's matchup. The Bills are number 1 against the tight end. Kittle has a fantastic matchup, but he might not play. So, San Francisco's terrible against the tight end. I think you got to go with Loveland. They allow 14.57 points to the tight end. But the thing is, you're splitting with Komet.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I want to say Loveland, but I feel like I'd probably rather take the chance on a Goddard touchdown.
Yeah.
Even though, like you're right, it's not a great matchup at all. But
yeah,
I feel like that game could be. I feel like that game could be quite a few points still. I don't feel like either one. The Eagles' defense isn't as good as you think it is most of the time, and the Bills' defense is not that great either. They play good against shitty teams, but not really against good teams. So, like, I kind of think
Goddard is tough.
Yeah,
tough
Goddard.
SOB.
They look for him in the end zone. Hurts. He's been Hurts. I think Goddard has career high in touchdowns this year, I believe.
Yeah, I guess I'm with you on the Goddard. Look, I hate the matchup. The Bills are number 1 against the tight end for whatever reason.
If Loveland was getting like 9 targets a game, I'd say Loveland, but we're talking like 4 or 5. It seems like, you know. So
I take my chances with Goddard as well too. He's a target that Hurts likes. You know. Yeah, I get it, Jeremy. And wait until game time. But you know, is Jake Tongas on the wire? You could do that too, and insert.
I mean, if Kittle ends up playing, yeah, if you can wait as long as you can. But Goddard's gonna play before that, so I mean, I don't think Kittle's gonna play.
Yeah, Jake Tongas is an option as well.
I don't think the 49ers are risking Kittle for the playoffs tonight.
Right. Jalen Warren, Rico Dowdle, Blake Corum, Monangai, pick 2. The Panthers are playing. Who are the Panthers playing?
They have a pretty tough matchup versus. I don't like Dowdle today. Who was that again? The Seahawks. Yeah.
Right. The Seahawks.
Yeah.
And they're in Seattle, or are they at home?
They're at home in Carolina.
They're at home. Yeah. Seahawks run defense pretty damn good, and then you also have Chuba Hubbard there. I mean, Jalen Warren is also a really good pick. Gainwell and him split time.
Right, and like I said, I like Rodgers dumping it off against that Cleveland pass rush, so I'd play Jalen Warren and then probably Blake Corum, honestly.
Yep, I like Monangai though too, but DeAndre Swift is the lead dog there.
And you know, last week when I asked you if I was crazy thinking about playing Monangai over Swift. If I had played Monangai, I would be in the Barroom Championship. I lost by 2.5 points, and Monangai outscored Swift by 3.
Damn.
Yeah, Goff, junk time, Jared Goff touchdown beat me. I was ahead with a 99% chance to win, and Jared Goff got junk time touchdown to beat me by 2.5 points.
In the Goon League, I had such a good team, you know, and I did not. I played that the last week before the playoffs. I played like against Shedeur Sanders and Kyle Pitts, and you know what's his name got me, you know, and it knocked me out of the bye.
Yeah,
you know, if I would have won, I would have had a first round bye, and then arguably could have gotten to where, you know, the championship of Goon League. But then the next time, all my guys had really tough matchups, so just didn't. I got knocked out in the first round of the playoffs, and I had a fantastic team.
Yeah, you did have a good one.
Really strong team. You know, and you know, Josh Jacobs was injured. I had McCaffrey and Javonte Williams, and then Pickens and Rashi Rice. Rashi Rice got knocked out. So a really nice team. I think I had George Kittle at tight end. Just a really excellent team. Houston Texans defense. Boswell's my kicker. Is that the guy's name on Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
I mean, just a solid team. And now I'm playing
Yeah,
for
me, you, and Joe were the 1, 2,
Yeah.
and 3 seeds going back and forth most of the season. And
Yep.
good luck to Joe today.
Yep.
Hopefully he can pull it off.
So our pick here, Jalen Warden and Blake Corum, I think, right?
That's who I would go. Jalen Warren and Blake Corum, I think. Yeah, Dowdle's been just they haven't committed to him like they did there for a while with Chuba back, and they've not been getting the rushing touchdown. Bryce Young's been throwing more lately, and
Yep.
I would go Warren and Corum.
All right, man, we didn't get to our stuff here. Let's get with Adam's wide receiver starts.
Olave, we've mentioned him, how hot he's been. Tennessee's a great matchup. It's starting to look like Tyler Shuck might be New Orleans quarterback next year. I mean, he's playing really good.
He might make a push here for Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's only played 8 games.
Yeah.
But he's played well.
He's played really well, man. They're building confidence down there. They've been winning games here lately. So Olave's just always gets his targets, and he's had a really awesome season after all these concussions and injuries he's had. I'm really happy for him. He's been healthy pretty much all year, it seems like, I think. So and I think he's a top 10 wide receiver on the season. So great season. I think he keeps it up. I love Mike Evans today versus Miami. It's a fantastic matchup. Baker's been force feeding him the ball since he got back. He's going to score a touchdown, I think, in this game.
He's on my bench on the guillotine. I don't know how to get him in the lineup. I can't.
Well, I mean, it's so hard in this time. You know, all your players are top notch when you're down to the final 2. So, you know, to get it exactly right, it's almost impossible. You know?
Evans or Achane?
Oh, Achane. I just don't see Achane's one of the guys I think that has to be in the lineup if you have him.
And Etienne has been red hot too, man. It's hard to keep him out. And you know, against the,
I would play Evans over Etienne.
Yeah, okay. The Etienne is going against that Colts defense. It's hard to take him out, man. Yeah. Etienne, he does everything. He catches the ball, runs the ball. There's nobody. He has no. Bashal Tutin's injured.
Yeah.
You know,
Tampa Bay's still alive, though, right?
Tampa Bay is still alive. Yep.
Yeah, man, they're gonna throw it a bunch, I bet.
Yep.
Baker's gonna force it in the end zone.
He's also got Godwin and Egbuka too, right?
Yeah, Egbuka has been off the radar for like 6 weeks, though. Like Godwin's been getting more targets.
Yep.
Lately, but I don't know. It's tough. Like I said, this year whole team's loaded, so it's hard to get it exactly right. But
it's projected. I mean, I Ashton Genty on my bench. Do I put him in for Etienne?
No.
You know,
that team's too bad. You can't play I wouldn't play anyone from a bad team like that when you're at the point you're at right now with that.
Etienne,
you want to play guys from the best offenses that have a reason to be playing today.
17 points, Etienne, and Juwan Jennings 16 points. Evans projected for 14 points, according to Yahoo. But
yeah,
you got Jacoby Myers too. You like today?
Yeah, I like Jacoby Myers. Again, another great matchup versus Indianapolis. We've mentioned it over and over there. He's been getting the target since they traded for him. He's been their number 1 wide receiver there. And Trevor Lawrence and Liam Cohen have got that thing moving. So I like Jacoby Myers today. He's like, and I'm never really in on Jacoby Myers. So for me to put him on my list, it's pretty saying a lot. Like they've just been red hot right now.
Quality wide receiver. Every year he shows up top 25. Every year.
I've got Brian Thomas as a dud today because I just can't trust him because Jacoby Myers is kind of taking his job there as the number 1 guy, and Brian Thomas has been the biggest bust of fantasy pretty much.
People were drafting Jacoby Myers in rounds 10 through 14.
Yeah,
you know?
Brian Thomas in the top 10.
Thanks, Big T. Loves the content. Josh Allen or Trevor Lawrence at quarterback today?
Josh Allen.
I think Josh Allen too. I mean, that's gonna be a hell of a game. I know he had a dud. Both are gonna have good games, I think. But I mean, goddamn, Trevor Lawrence is he's freaking red hot. But at the same point, it's like the Kyle Pitts dilemma. Kyle Pitts has been red hot, but when does he turn back into Kyle Pitts? You know, that we've known for years. You know, I have him. My choice is Pitts or Fannin. I love the floor of Fannin. I think Fannon's been getting 10 to 15 targets every game. You just can't ignore that. And the Steelers, they're at home. The Steelers have a terrible defense against the tight end.
Yeah, the Steelers are like third or fourth worst against tight ends. It's a great matchup to go against.
So we're both Josh Allen on this one, right?
Yeah, I'm just not going to bench Josh Allen in my championship. I'm not going to get too cute about it. I know Trevor Lawrence has been hot, but Trevor Lawrence had that 5-touchdown game the other day. Well, Josh Allen does that pretty much every season. That was the one time Trevor Lawrence has ever done that.
Yep. The Rams give up 12.72 points, fantasy points per game versus the tight end. The Steelers give up 17.11. So that's the rationale. It's about 5-point difference, 4 or 5 points difference. Those 4 or 5 points can come in handy. Versus the quarterback, the Eagles give up 13.87 points per game versus the quarterback, and the Colts give up 16.28 points per game at quarterback. So, I mean, that's the difference of about 3 points. However, if you think Josh Allen's going to do it all today versus the Eagles, you beat the Eagles on the ground. Expect to see
That's
a lot.
I think Josh
James
Allen's
Cook.
going to do it with his legs today too. That's why I think he's going to run the ball. He's going to get out of the pocket. When it's not there, he's going to just take off to the sticks and run to the sticks and get out of bounds.
And has Trevor Lawrence been running a little bit more this year?
Trevor Lawrence has been doing it all lately.
That's the thing.
I get it. It's tough to. Trevor Lawrence could score more points than Josh Allen today.
I think
definitely could happen. It definitely could happen.
I don't know. I mean, when
I've said for years on here, I go with my studs. I start my studs. I don't get cute when I get to the end of the season.
The Colts have nothing to play for. That's my. It's like they might be like, do we need to tackle that hard today?
Josh Allen has a lot to play for.
Josh Allen has a lot to play for.
Yeah.
The Jaguars have a lot to play for. They need to maintain. They need to win because the Texans can still win that division.
Right.
So
it's a tough call.
Tough choice.
I'll go down with the guys that got me there, but my philosophy always.
Yep. Let's see. Where are we at? We just did your wide receivers.
I think we just did wide receivers.
Yeah. Got to do my wide receivers, right? I got Jacoby Myers as well. I got Jawan Jennings.
Yeah.
If Kittle's out, man, I don't see. This is my dilemma. Jawan Jennings has been scored. He's good for a touchdown today. I got him anytime touchdown as well. I just don't know how I get him into this lineup. I have to root against my Bears, and then anyways, I got DJ Moore today with the Roma Dunze out. I think DJ's gonna. He's risen to the occasion the past 2 games.
Man, I sure hope, man. I love seeing how happy he was last week when he caught that ball. That was an amazing game, and I hope they can keep DJ Moore going like that. We need him.
That's a great question here. Michael Wilson or Drake London? I think you got to go Wilson here in a high-scoring game with the Bengals. It's you just wonder how much action Trey McBride is going to get.
Yeah, Trey McBride's. It's the best matchup you can imagine right there. So Trey McBride can win the championship today for your team. But and we talked last week. Cincinnati has that good corner that locks up receivers pretty good, but Marvin Harrison Jr. is back as well. So you got like 3 things going there. You're gonna have to spread the targets out a little more. McBride's going to get a ton.
Cincinnati has DJ Turner. He's a lockdown corner. He's going to shut either Wilson or Harrison down.
Right.
So that's the thing.
Last week Wilson only had like 2 catches or something, I think, but he got a touchdown if I'm correct. I think. And that was in a tougher matchup, don't get me wrong, but
I hate to say it, but I got to go with London in this one. I like Wilson though. I love Wilson. He didn't make my championship roster. I dropped him for Mike Evans.
He's one of the guys I have on that dynasty team that's helped me a lot the last
I bet.
half the season, the second half. Yeah.
Final answer here. What are you taking, Wilson or London? I think London plays.
Yeah, if it sounds like London's going to play, I'll play London.
Yeah, it's hard for him to wait though. He's going
When
against
London's been healthy this year, he's been a top 5 wide receiver.
He's going against McBride. Yeah, I mean, before London got injured, he was lighting it up, man. Going against Trey McBride. I mean, like I said, though, DJ Turner is going to be on somebody. Maybe they put DJ Turner on McBride. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, going against Trey McBride doesn't really, like playing Michael Wilson, I don't think really helps you there because either way, only one of them can get the ball. So
Yep.
if it was the quarterback, if you had Brissett, I'd be like, okay, yeah, you might want to play Brissett if you go going against McBride.
Yep. That's why I think. I mean, the Falcons are going to have to throw, no question. They're going to probably be playing from behind against the Rams.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, the Cardinals will be playing from behind against the Bengals most likely too.
I think I saw, I mean, unless I read this wrong, but I think it was on the ticker on the bottom of NFL Network last night. I was up kind of late, but I think it said Kirk Cousins is like on the verge of cracking the top 15 touchdown passes of all time.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I mean, I've always liked Kirk Cousins, and he's always been able to sling it, but like, damn, the top 15? Like, wow.
Smart player, man. Smart player. Just didn't have it last year. Wasn't healthy. This year's come back and
I think he was about to hit 300, and it said he was only going to be the 15th player to reach that or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
I could look that up, man. Let's go to what did I just have here? I did my wide receivers, right?
I think we're on to tight ends.
Yeah. All right. I got Harold Fannin, Brenton Strange, and George Kittle if he plays.
I think I might have the same 3.
You do? Okay.
Possibly. It's real close anyway.
You got Taysom Hill.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Close
yeah.
enough.
Taysom Hill. Brent Strange was on my list. They were ones I almost picked. I just took Taysom Hill because of all the versatility he may have. New Orleans
you only
offense
gave me 3 sleepers, so you're going to have to give me another sleeper. Or 2 sleepers.
Yeah.
Do you like Strange as a sleeper?
Potentially, yeah. I like who was earlier I was thinking about that I like. Give me a minute to think about that one. But yeah, Taysom Hill, I think you're just the versatility there. You might get a touchdown. Kamara and Devin Neal are both still out, I believe. So Taysom Hill he might run it, he might pass it, he might throw it. He can do it all, and you can put him in tight end position. So last week he scored like 20 points, I think. Had like 12 carries on the ground, 2 touchdowns. It was an awesome game. Kittle, if he plays, it's a perfect matchup versus Chicago, but I kind of doubt he's going to play at this point. So Fannon's the number one guy, though. Fannon's been pretty much tight end 1 for a month or more.
Yeah. In fact, I watched his point total climb on Yahoo to where it was equal with Kyle Pitts. And Kyle Pitts has that knee injury on his designation. So I made the choice to switch Fannin and Pitts. I did that last time before the show. One time I was Loveland or Pitts, and that burned me. Loveland had 6 points, like Pitts had 18 that week. I got burned on that one, but
yeah.
You got some sits here. Let's see if we got some questions too.
Yeah, Brian Thomas, I mentioned that one. We both talked about Jalen Waddle also, and I'm not chancing to make Ibuka anymore. If you've still been playing Ibuka, you're probably not alive. If you've been playing Ibuka or Justin Jefferson, you probably got knocked out. Those 2 guys have had the biggest fall off from the first 6 to 8 games of the year that I've ever seen, probably. I mean, it's been horrible. But Jalen Waddle, we mentioned that tough matchup, bad quarterback play. I don't want to risk it. And Brian Thomas, same thing. Like, he's like the 3rd or 4th option at this point in that offense, and I don't get it. If I was Buffalo Bills, I'd be trying to trade for him so hard in the offseason. Like, they need a receiver so bad, and he could fit the number 1 bill. I didn't mean that as it sounded, but he could actually be the number 1 guy for the Bills there. But I would go get Brian Thomas. I don't think the Jags want to look to pay him long term.
Yep. Quick question here. Dowdle or Alec Pierce full PPR? I'm going to go with Alec Pierce.
Yeah, I would go Alec Pierce as well.
I think the Colts are going to have to throw today, and Pierce has been pretty good, man.
Last week he got the ball a lot last week. The first Phillip Rivers game, he only had like 1 or 2 targets, but I think that was a lot of Phillip Rivers getting adjusted again in the first game. Last week he threw it a lot more and went downfield a lot more, but my God, that ball is in the air forever when he does, man. It is the slowest, weakest throw I've ever seen in my life.
Everybody got the flu on the Bears.
Yeah, I hope to God Darnell Wright somehow gets out there and plays today, but I don't know if that's likely.
DJ Moore,
If we haven't heard he's flown out yet, then I doubt he is.
This is what's that? John A. Walker game. Breakout. He had a good game last week. Got a couple catches and a touchdown.
Oh man, yeah, he had an awesome game there. That touchdown catch and the touchdown dance was even better.
Yeah, I love that touchdown dance.
He was prepared for that one, man. He was ready.
I had Goddard and Kincaid as sits just because their matchup is so tough, but I actually do kind of like Goddard more I think about it. Kincaid, he hasn't shown up in a while. Dawson Knox has been splitting time with him. Breece Hall versus that really good Patriot defense. And I'll tell you what, the Jets may want to look at some of these other running backs and why would, there's nothing to play for. For Breece Hall.
They should have tried to trade Breece Hall at the deadline and got something for him, but
yeah, I agree. Sleepers, Cade Otton with a really good matchup against Miami, and Baker's going to throw. Tyler Shuck playing for that rookie offensive player of the year versus Tennessee, and Michael Carter at the Bengals. Good matchup there against that Bengals run defense. Although they have played better against the run recently.
Yeah.
Let's see if we got any catch. Pat's kicker or Buck's kicker.
I thought about that one myself today, and I'm sticking with the Bucks kicker. I have the Bucks kicker, and I thought about dropping him for someone, but I'm going to stick with.
I think there's rain in that Jets and Patriots game today, so I go with the Bucks kicker.
Yeah, I think the Patriots are more likely to score touchdowns than kick field goals versus the Jets.
Yeah. Adams sleepers. He also has Michael Carter.
Yeah,
I gave you Brenton Strange. I didn't know who you were thinking about.
Yeah, no, I like Strange for sure, and Tyler Shuck and Michael Carter. Yeah, because Michael Carter can catch the ball.
You and I have two of the same ones. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, it's the final week. There's not a whole lot of analysis, in my opinion. You play the best players right now. Even sometimes in tough matchups, you just you play the best players.
Yep, agree. Any last questions? Now, Peyton and Jordan had flu games. Yeah, Foster, I agree. We need, if we're going to beat the 49ers, we need like a half dozen flu games today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's
it. If we got 4 minutes before Adam's got to get out of here. I guess I'm just going to leave my lineup as it is. I would have to take out Etienne, Achane, Bijan. Do you take Bijan out against the Rams? No, right?
No.
I mean, that's a tough Rams defense.
Bijan's like almost a record-setting year for yards from scrimmage this year. I mean,
yep. I can't bench Chase Brown. He's like the Bijan of the Bengals.
You probably just have to play it out like you got it, and the more you tinker with it, I mean, like I say, you're never going to get it exactly right. Probably, it's like a Rubik's cube. There, like they're all great players.
Yeah. And I did move Bijan to my flex just because it's a Monday night game and anything can happen. He could come down with the flu.
There you go. Exactly. Always have those last games on your flex. Yep. The later the games, always put them in your flex spot, people.
Yep. You got 3 minutes. Next year, couple things. One thing I like to do is check either DraftKings or I use Covers a lot, covers.com. And just check and see what the projections are for quarterbacks and running backs. And it's a really good place to know. Like I looked today, I was like, Drake May, over under 220.5 yards passing. And then Joe Burrow over 274.5. So I made the choice to switch Burrow in for May out and Burrow in.
Yeah, I think it's a 300-yard game for Burrow.
It's a good tip. If you check those lines, projected points, you can go to Underdog Fantasy too. They'll show how many yards they're projected for in the Underdog War Room. And then I don't. Do you do anything like that? Check DraftKings or covers or?
Well, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is that to that point, like you asked me about, I can't do the full gambling here in Oklahoma, but like I do the DraftKings Pick Six app a lot, where you
Sure.
can pick all the props, and yeah, like when you see Joe Burrow, I think is 270 something today as well. So that's those things they are always so close, man.
Yeah.
They're always so close on those yardage marks and everything. Like
Yep.
it's very rarely that one misses by
supercomputer.
a lot. Yeah, it's very rare that one of them misses by a lot. So those are good tellers of like, yeah, Joe Burrow's way more likely to put up those yards than Drake May is today. Like,
Yeah, the Pinnacle computer is the number one. I thought I had Michael Mayer as a sleeper too. I guess I didn't put that in, but I like Michael Mayer today with no Brock Bowers.
I've noticed on those things, like especially like on the basketball ones, like when it like has a player's point total low, and you like see that, and you're like, man, that seems like a low number. That player almost always goes under that number.
Yeah.
It's like they already know that player's not going to score a lot that night or something. It's like it's crazy. It makes you want to question a lot of things. Sometimes you're like, that was
like
weird.
The last question of the day here. It looks like a tight end question. What do you think?
What's it say there?
Taysom Hill, Darren Waller, Michael Mayer, or Mike Gesicki?
Ooh,
that's tough.
I sure wish Tua was playing for Darren Waller, man. Dang.
Yeah, I know.
Man, I'm gonna go Taysom Hill.
I think I'm with Taysom Hill there too, just because the rushing touchdown potential.
Gesicki could have a good game, but man, so many weapons there. I think Taysom Hill's the Swiss Army knife there for the Saints.
I agree. All right, brother, you got to get to work, right?
I'm actually off today.
Are you? All right,
yeah.
Let's stick around for a little bit.
We can talk for a few more minutes.
Yeah. Yep. I got to leave my lineup the way it is, man. I don't know what else to do. I'm not even going to look at, Yahoo during the games. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know how far I am away because that'll just make me stress. I'm just going to go. My 9-year-old wants me to teach her how to make grilled cheese sandwiches, and I told her only if we could have Campbell's tomato soup.
There you go.
With it, one of my favorite lunch options or dinner options. Poor man's dinner. Really
Can't
like
go
it.
wrong there.
Yeah. All right, man. Snow squall warning here for Des Moines. Oh, jeez. My wife, she's got to go to work tonight too.
Man, it's been crazy warm here. We've been in the 70s all week.
Damn. And I told you, I'm looking at Oklahoma for one of my retirement spots, but they don't have full gambling yet. What the heck? You got all these Indian reservations and no full.
Yeah, I got Hard Rock Casino 5 minutes from my house and stuff. But I can't bet on the Bears to win tonight. Like it's crazy. Yeah.
You can't bet at the casino either on sports.
No, the sports gambling still it's on the ballot and stuff, but for some reason it hasn't went through yet.
It's coming.
We have lottery, we have casinos, we have tattoos, we have marijuana, we have everything else, but we can't bet on who wins the game tonight.
Last time I was in Oklahoma, there was like 3 dispensaries on every block. I'm like, Jesus.
It's the Wild West of that out here.
I was in Muskogee, man. A lot of people token up in Oklahoma. It could be called Toklahoma.
Oh yeah, right? Man. It is the Wild West with that out here.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Any word on Wright tonight? No, I mean Darnell Wright.
The word is we need him, but I haven't heard anything.
And what does he have? The flu?
I think so. They just said illness, so I assume,
Jesus, man. Look, I was sick as a dog for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Last year I was sick. I was throwing up last year, Christmas Eve. Couldn't even get out of bed. I spent all of Christmas Eve in bed. Christmas Day, I was in bed the whole day. Christmas Day. Christmas Eve, I made a turkey, and came out fantastic. I've got the secret now for roasting a turkey in the oven. You got to inject it.
Oh, yeah.
You got to inject it all over in the breast and the legs, wherever you could find, get like some butter, herb butter, and,
get it all
garlic,
under that skin.
And get it under that skin, get it inject it into the meat. And if you do that all over, it'll no questions coming out juicy. Get the probes in there. I got a probe that, it's like an alarm. Once it gets to 165, boom, beep, 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 beep. I'm done.
That's what I use on my smoker. I've got one like that.
Yep. Yeah, Okie from Muskogee. Yeah, that's that's the last time I was in Oklahoma. I stayed in Muskogee. You know Muskogee at all?
Oh yeah, that's like about 20 minutes down the road from here. I've got
Okay.
family that lives there. My aunt and uncle live down there, and yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. I went
my
to
wife.
college like 10 minutes from there.
Okay, my wife and I went to Cancun. We drove to Houston and flew to Cancun. We had friends in Houston. And halfway between Des Moines and Houston is Muskogee. So I was like, I'll drive halfway Muskogee. And we picked Muskogee because of their Christmas lights display.
Yeah, the castle.
They have the castle and they have the hill. You go up to the top of the hill, and I don't know the name of the park, but you drive down the hill and it's all Christmas lights, tunnels,
Right.
beautiful display. And then you go down the road and you end up at the castle, and they have all these like just machines and blow ups, inflatables and lights. And then you can go inside the castle. And they got food. They got spiced wine, hot cider. They're roasting nuts, and they have all the great displays inside too in the castle.
And they do it all for Halloween as well. They have the haunted hay rides and everything out there, and it's like a huge Halloween thing before Christmas comes.
Thanks, Foster. Yeah, it was a good turkey, bro. Muskogee, we ate at a chicken restaurant, fried chicken. It was, I want to say Chester's. The Chester's?
I don't know. I'm not sure on that one.
Chester's Fried Chicken. It was like a franchise.
Yeah.
And,
that sounds right. Yeah.
we sat down. It's like a little restaurant, like a KFC. And the owners, they must have just bought it. They came out and they were like, "Are you enjoying the food? Do you want to try some coleslaw and some biscuits?" And we were like the only family in there. It was great. A husband and wife. I'll never forget it. Never forget the hospitality. But yeah, and then we continued on to Houston. We went to the NASA Museum, and then we flew to Cancun for a long weekend, all inclusive resort. And my kids that we're talking about yesterday, they don't remember, but yeah, let's see. Next year's thoughts on fantasy. Number one overall draft pick.
I mean, it's got to be Puka or JSN probably. In my opinion, it's got to be one of those two guys. I would say.
It's hard to pick a running back. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's had a number one overall season.
Oh yeah,
maybe close to. He's been consistent. There's always the wear on the tires. The fear of injury, but I mean that dude keeps himself in phenomenal shape. But where I was drafting, I had a Goon League and Barroom League. I drafted around later the first round. I took McCaffrey both times. You have to get you have to get the bell cow back, because there aren't that many of them. That's why people drafted Chase Brown really high.
When you watch the 49ers games, man, I don't understand. I mean, I guess it's Shanahan, but like Chris McCaffrey gets the ball so much in there. I mean, he is like literally 2 out of 3 plays are going to be Christian McCaffrey getting the ball, and yet teams can't stop it. Like he's open every time. Like every play, he's open to catch the ball. Like over there on the sideline by himself. It's like, how do you they're going to try to get the ball to him? How is he alone by himself? Like it's unbelievable. Like every time I watch it, I'm just like, how can they not slow that down? Like that's what's going to happen every game.
Yep.
He's just that good, I guess, and Shanahan's that smart.
7 catches a game, round 5 to 7.
Almost guaranteed.
Yeah. Guaranteed. My opponent has McCaffrey, of course. He was able to pay $1 for all the players he wanted. I grab the players that were left over. I tell you, Devon Achane, Chase Brown, and Travis Etienne. Fannin was out there. Mike Evans. Actually, I kind of took some players off the board by picking up, Mike Evans, Ashton Genty, and Juwan Jennings, Drake London. I picked these guys up, dropping guys like Justin Jefferson that have played already.
Yeah.
Cortland Sutton. I wanted to get Sutton in my lineup. I'm glad I didn't. He only had 8 points. My thing is Olave versus Jennings. It's so hard to sit Olave. But Jennings could go for 200 yards receiving tonight.
Oh man,
I know. Well, who's going to cover him?
He could, but I hope not.
Jalen Johnson, they'll put him on. Jalen Johnson is not the same player. He's just
Not having a great season. Since
Not
he's
having a
been
great
back.
season, coming back from injury, a little shy of to tackle. And man, Jennings is a bully. I
Yeah.
remember Aldo talking about the Bears should sign Juwan Jennings in free agency, as a wide receiver. We end up trading for DJ Moore instead.
And I worry about a lot of Juwan Jennings 20 to 25-yard catches down over the middle there, where he just goes out and cuts over the middle and is wide open.
Yeah, even if he isn't open, he's so big. The
Yeah,
guy's like,
exactly.
what,
And Purdy will throw it
6'5"?
up there for him to get it. Yeah.
He's like 6'5", 220. He's like, Nico Collins size.
Yeah, exactly. He is tall.
Yeah, so I mean, I really want to try to find a way to get him in. I can't though. Olave, it's tough. Olave, he's just pretty much that whole offense.
Yeah, Olave's the best player on that team right now,
Yeah.
so like you can't really take him out.
I don't want to root for Juwan Jennings against my Bears either, but I think he is going to have a big game. I'm talking 100 yards and a touchdown today.
Probably so.
Yep. And then next year, any thoughts on players you think could break out next season that maybe didn't do that much this year, but draftable next year, maybe middle round sleepers too?
Yeah,
Late
well,
round.
I mean, one guy that I think that's been forgot about that I think will have a good season, bounce back next year is going to be Malik Neighbors. With Jackson Dart at quarterback, I think the Giants' offense is going to be pretty good next year with Dart and Scattaboo and Malik Neighbors back out there. I think people have just forgotten about him because he got hurt so early on, and he hadn't done much at the start of the year because they were playing Russell Wilson at quarterback and stuff like that. It was just terrible. So I look for Malik Neighbors to bounce back next year. Brian Thomas, I mentioned him earlier. He's a guy I'm not in on next year. He's killed me this year. He's killed everybody. My biggest thing, though, from this year to next year is this year I tried to wait around on the running backs, and there's very few that have been really good this year. So you got to get you one good running back at least. I mean, I tried to use, though, Marion Hampton as going to be my RB1 in a few leagues, and I think he would have been if he had been healthy, because he's been really good when he has been on the field. But, man, the start of the year was so slow getting started for him, and then he got hurt and missed 8 weeks or whatever it was, and it's just been – it killed me. But, you got to get one of those big 5 or 6 running backs right now, the Achane, Bijan, McCaffrey, James Cook. There's 5 or 6 of them that you almost have to have one.
Trey McBride, first round pick next year?
Yeah.
I think so too. I mean, it's hard to.
And we used to take Kelsey in the first round, and McBride's putting up bigger numbers than that.
Putting up bigger numbers. I think he's like the number 8 wide receiver if he were a wide receiver.
Like has there ever been something more crystal clear that Kyler Murray was the problem?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's just not.
He could not score a touchdown with Kyler Murray playing. Now he scores a touchdown literally almost every single week.
Yeah, 10 catches, touchdown.
Yeah. With Kyler Murray, he could not score a touchdown.
He's got a great matchup today too. That's my, that's the thing.
He's got the best matchup of the whole year. I mean,
yeah,
everyone's favorite matchup versus Cincinnati for tight end, and you get the best tight end versus the worst defense.
Foster Covers agrees with me at first rounder. He also put up Pat Bryant. I like that call. At Denver wide receiver. If that group changes around, you look for that. Those Houston Texans receivers outside of Nico Collins really showed up yesterday. Both Iowa State boys had touchdowns.
Yeah, Higgins was pretty good.
Higgins and Knoll both had touchdowns. I mean,
I think our own guy Luther Burden next year is going to be a big player. I think.
Yeah,
I think Luther Burden's going to be the Bears' best wide receiver.
Yeah, eventually he will be. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see the potential, man. He is like shifty out there too. Once he catches the ball.
Dude, he's like, he's like a faster, even more athletic Deebo Samuel to me.
Yeah.
Like he can do all that stuff, but he's like a little thinner and he's like quicker and twitchier and like he's awesome, dude.
Yep.
He's awesome.
I agree. He got great hands too.
Yeah.
Once he learns the nuance of the position, and Caleb Williams has another year in Ben Johnson's system. But the Packers lost last night to the Ravens. Thanks to the Ravens, the Bears are NFC North champs. A complete reversal of from this season, from last season to this season of the Bears, 4-11 to 11-4, or 5-11 and 5, 5-11, whatever it is. A complete reversal of fortune. The hiring of Ben Johnson, it's huge. Caleb Williams, will he get to 4,000? He needs to throw 300 to back-to-back 300-yard games. My question during the tailgate show was,
I didn't think he had thrown 300 yards, any.
I don't think he has. He needs to throw 300.
Oh, he needs to throw back-to-back.
Back-to-back.
I thought you said he just did. I was like, he did? I thought he.
No. He need the last 2 games. He needs to throw 300 each one to get to 4,000. He could break the record though if he throws like 200 something each game, and he should. I like him to go over 220. He's gone over 240 the past 2 weeks. I think his prop is at 220 today. I guess I could go over some of this stuff. I've got Caleb Williams over 222 today passing yards. I think the Bears might be down. They might have to throw.
Yeah,
that's I got Michael Mayer over 37.5 receiving yards with Brock Bowers out. The Raiders made the decision to shut Bowers down, that knee injury. Matthew Stafford over 22.5 passing completions against the Falcons. I've been enjoying these passing completion props. I got Joe Burrow over 23.5 completions today. If you're looking for some pick six or underdog, whatever the ones are. Mike Gesicki over 2.5. He's been getting close to 4 or 5 targets every game. The Cardinals are allowing 7 targets to the tight end. Chase Brown over 22.5 receiving yards. Michael Carter over 16.5 receiving yards. Man, that seems pretty easy. I think they'll be in a passing script. Tyler Shuck, as he's going for that rookie offense of the year. And this dude, Tyrone Tracy, the guy's been running hard, man, this season. 58.5, and then Juwan Jennings anytime touchdown. Those are my props for today. Now, one last question, which rose up in the Barroom tailgate show. Ben Johnson, what kind of coach is he? Obviously, the 49ers have a lot to play for tonight. They can still win the division. They can still get the number 1 seed. If they get the number 1 seed, man, the Super Bowl, they'll never play a road game. The Super Bowl is in San Francisco this year at there's Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. So they would have home field advantage all the way through the Super Bowl. So the Niners have a lot to play for. The Bears, if they lose this one and they're kind of locked in, they've got the Lions in week 18. Ben Johnson certainly remembers the 52 points that his former head coach hung on him in that first week 2 game. He ain't forgetting that one, Adam.
No,
he got it circled. But would Ben Johnson rest guys? Against the Lions.
I don't think he would rest guys, but maybe not play them the full game. I don't think, but I think he's the kind of guy that wants to keep momentum and keep things flowing. I don't think he wants to take a break right now. I mean, he's just so different than any guy we've had before. Like I don't think he wants to slow down the train they got going right now. Like,
right on. I agree.
And I don't think you want to sit Caleb down or anything. I think you want Caleb to keep playing and keep building confidence. And
I agree. Like Caleb get that, because people the chat, not the chat, but the talk on social media has been, we might see Bajent against the Lions.
I don't want to do that.
And you might third, fourth quarter, whatever, late in the game, you might see Bajent, depending on
starting the game, hopefully.
Right. I agree. All right. Well, let's get out of here. Shut her down.
Yes, sir.
You have a good night. Good luck today. And
we'll be talking this afternoon and this evening, I'm sure, about the Bears game.
Oh yeah, yep. We're talking about group chat. All right, man.
Joe, you have a great day today, buddy.
Yeah, Joe.
You take care. Take care of yourself. Good luck in the fantasy finals. We missed you.
Yep.
Take care of the family. Good luck to everybody today.
Yep. Thanks for everyone in the chat. We'll see you maybe next week if end of season recap or next year. Not sure yet.
We'll see.
Yep.
All right. Peace out, guys.
Bye.